It's Google Pixel 4 Day, and of course, as you should know, we've got every single version sitting in front of me. This is every single version, right, Will? Mm-hmm. Okay, so it's the 4XL in the 3 different colors. They always got fancy names for the colors. Clearly white, oh so orange, just black. And so we have the XL versions on the top, and then below that, you wouldn't know from the size of the box, but we have the standard size Pixel 4, some specifications for each here. The XL 6.3-inch display, 128 gigs of storage on this particular model. The non-XL version, Pixel 4 5.7-inch display. This is fresh, it's hot off the presses, so this video, it's an unboxing video and a first look type of video. Just keep that in mind. FHD Plus, flexible OLED 444 PPI, and then QHD Plus, so a higher pixel density on the XL at 537 PPI. Gorilla Glass 5 on both. Oh, they're gonna have 90 hertz smooth displays. You know, that kind of twitchy, buttery. What about a milkshake?
Yeah.
Is that smooth?
Not bad.
The little guy is 2800 milliamp hours. The big one, 3700. Both 18 watt fast charging and wireless charging. And then of course the big thing here, the cameras. The brand new design on the back. Now they're like, no, we're gonna give you the versatility of multiple camera lenses. White Pixel 4 XL. And the first thing you're gonna notice here, a similar effect to the Panda version. White on the back, but then you got the black cutout for the cameras. You got the black ridge on the frame. This is all metal, and then the entire front of the device is black. So it's a Panda effect, black and white. I think some people are gonna like that. A USB Type-C cable as well as a USB adapter, and then this is the aforementioned power brick with the quick charge capability. That's right, oh so orange. This is for those that want to make more of a statement. That's obviously a look. I should also mention at this point, it's a glass back. It's a matte finish. It's not a glossy finish. Oh yeah, you're right, it is glossy. So on the black version, the power switch is going to be this white color. And on the other 2 versions, actually, and then on the orange phone, it gets a little bit lighter in color. That's interesting choices here. This has a very simple look to it. But of course, with any glossy finish, you're opening yourself up to fingerprints and so forth. So you gotta decide. It looks fancy though. This form factor is gonna be familiar to you.
It's a very practical. Utility, more than anything.
Easier to hold.
Yes.
Willy do, ladies and gentlemen. This is the small one. I'll just place that. There's your comparison right there. Big and small. I'm gravitating towards this color. There we go. Put that guy right on top. How about that? Okay, there we go. But you're gonna notice straight away here that the emphasis, unlike a lot of other smartphone makers, is not on screen to body ratio. They're cool with having a forehead, a chin on the device, not overwhelmingly slim bezels. A lot of that has to do with packing extra tech into the top forehead section of the device. 2 NIR cameras, dot projector, flood emitter, a camera as well with a 90-degree field of view fixed focus. The Pixel 4 and 4 XL are now exclusively face unlock. No fingerprint on the back, no fingerprint in the display. Face unlock is enough. And I guess they believe that's the future going forward with this degree of technology being baked in and giving up so much in the screen to body ratio department. They've got to be cool with it and think that's the way to go. So let's go ahead and give it a test. I'm going to scan my face in here. Face, locked phone, unlocked phone, locked phone, unlocked phone. I mean, you just have to commit more space to have the extra tech built in, but you get stuff like the ability to illuminate the face in darker environments, which if face unlock is going to be the only unlock available exclusively, you kind of need that. We can load up the front-facing camera real quick. Now you get the extra camera on the back and the singular camera on the front, so it's a switch, obviously. You have portrait, you have night sight built in. All right. This is a fresh device. It's possibly not even final software. Number 2. All right, so within the options, of course, you can configure the amount of processing that takes place. This is with some of the natural face stuff turned off. We have an abundance of boxes here, so let's give that a quick shot. As you can see here, you can get the wider look, or you can move in a little bit closer. Let's try a 4x zoom. I mean, it's interesting because in the preview, you can actually see some of the noise and stuff that you would traditionally have with a digitally zoomed image. But then in the finished product, the software runs such a process on it, it eliminates all of that. You can see a couple of cutouts on the bottom, presumably for your speaker and microphone, as well as your Type-C connector. Interestingly, in the spec sheet, it lists a nano SIM or an eSIM configurability. All right, so since we have the two displays stacked up, I think that's going to be an interesting characteristic for a lot of people, mostly because they've added 90 hertz to it now. So what that means for people that are unfamiliar is you get this really twitchy kind of input, really responsive feel. In fact, it makes the entire phone feel faster. All right, maybe we should play a video. Let's just compare the speakers on the two units here. I've got one of these Surface Laptop 3s coming in. Well, you didn't know that. See, I caught you off guard. You didn't know that. A significant amount of sound is coming out of two different ports. Substantial sound from each area. It's more volume than you might be used to out of the both of them balanced. Let's compare it to the little phone. It all sounds very good on paper. Of course, the marketplace will wait. Talking a lot recently about trying to nail down the perfect laptop. It's a real mission of mine. So the larger than usual forehead, there's also sensors in there capable of motion tracking of hand gestures. Google's calling it Motion Sense. Because this software is early, I can't showcase it to you at the moment, but it's another trade-off. I mean, you're packing in some extra hardware for the potential to interact with your device without touching it. Beyond just Assistant and your voice now, potentially I'm scrolling and swiping without even touching it on the final version of the software. It's also important to know, I mean, with the Pixel devices in general, it means you're getting the latest software. That means you're getting features first, including the latest when it comes to Assistant. Okay, Google, what is Unbox Therapy? And you can see the way that it's installed, the way that it's implemented is different than it used to be. A lot happens now right within the main screen, so you don't jump over to a different app in order to engage it. And of course, the advanced version of that is the continuation of conversation, which is the initial instruction and then the deeper dive with Assistant understanding context. So you don't have to say, okay, Google, hey, Siri, nearly as often. I think the biggest takeaway here is going to be Google moving towards a 90 hertz display, for one. And then secondary, it's going to be camera performance eventually on a final software, what it's capable of from a computational perspective. That's every single one unboxed. As I mentioned, this is just a first look type of video. I'll have a follow-up. Today's Pixel Day. It just came out. So you have the Clearly White XL. Oh, I should also mention that Oh So Orange is apparently limited edition. So if you're interested, I don't know, what you gotta do? Line up, get your order in. The black version, which is the only glossy one of the bunch, if that's what you're into, polished, fancy type of lifestyle, you can go for that look as well. I think I'm leaning towards this one right now.